Christ 17 TV back upside your head with another one. Today we got my Johnnies, St. John's Red Storm. And what a game they had with the Creighton Blue Jays. Right after we lost a heartbreaker in the last few seconds to Villanova on Villanova's floor, which St. John's is 22-4. And out of the four losses, the losses are for a combined 7 points. Imagine having 4 L's and it's like they're only by 7 points. I mean, that's crazy. Creighton beat us on their home floor by a point. Baylor beat us at the buzzer with a 3. Close. And Nova beat us by, I want to say it was 1 point or 2 points. Okay. So, 22-4. St. John's. Rick Pitino. What a coach. Everywhere he's gone in the second season, they've won 20 games. Now, we're at least on the verge of tie-in for the Big East Conference, and that'd be the first time I want to say since 92, okay? If we win it all out, it'll be the first time we've won the Big East since 1985. That is crazy. We're talking about way back in the day, baby. So, as a St. John's fan, I've been heartbroken for years. I've never seen us get to no Sweet 16 or none of that shit as long as I've been a St. John's fan, okay? And that was a little bit after 92 when I started to get into college hoops. So, we got a few games left. We still got to play UConn. We got to go to Marquette. We got Seton Hall. I want to say we got DePaul and maybe Butler if I'm not wrong. So, as of right now, Monday morning polls, we are ranked 11th, which is good. That's a 3 seed. That is a 3 seed. And I'm saying this. If we finish out this year knocking off Marquette, UConn, and winning them other 3 games and winning them 5 games, we might be in the top, I want to say 6. Or all depends on even how we do in the Big East tournament. If we finish strong and we win these games out, okay, and then we win the Big East tournament, we could be as a top 5 seed. Who knows? Because anything can go in these last few weeks before the tournaments come because it's conference play. Now, SEC is all up and down the top 10. I mean, they got Auburn, Alabama, they got Florida, they got squads. Tennessee, they got a lot of teams in that top 10. But the thing is, they play each other, okay? So somebody's going to get a loss that's going to knock them down. They got the SEC tournament coming up just like the Big East got ours. And in any day, somebody gets knocked out that first, second round, it could hurt their rankings big time if there's a team like St. John's trying to crawl from top 10, maybe up to 6, 7, maybe it's up to 5 if they win out. I mean, it can happen. We got big wins. I mean, but Rick Pitino, what a job this guy has done. And he and Bruce Pearl, might have to be coach of the year, depending on where each one lands at and where each one ends up, okay? Because if St. John's can end up in Elite 8, Final 4, that'll be crazy. Every time I've seen these guys play, they get knocked out in the first round, and it's heartbreaking. I mean, it's heartbreaking because you think you have a good team, but this team here, oh my God. R.J. Lewis is an animal. Ejiofor, we got Kadari, Welcher, Smith. Smith, that kid was locking up what's my guy name from fucking Creighton, the little guard that was fucking busting. Wow, I can't think of his name. Oh, that's crazy. What is his name? We just played the motherfucker, and he's raw. He's short. He's the point guard, and that motherfucker be hitting threes. Ainsworth, I think it is. Ainsworth. Okay, and then you got the big man, of course. The big man there hurt his foot with about 9 minutes for the Blue Jays. We went on a short run. He came back. They came back close, but at the very end, Kadari is a 52% free throw shooter. But it seems like at the very end, in the last minute, he doesn't miss his free throws. Because they go to foul him, and he's like this. Money. Back on D. The kid is clutch. I mean, St. John's got some great players. Rick Pitino, the way he goes in at fucking halftime, and we might be down 1 point, we might be down 5 points. But there's times in these first halves that the Johnnies get down maybe double digits. Maybe 8 points, maybe 10, maybe 12, 14. We were down huge against UConn. I think we were down versus UConn, I want to say 16 points. And we come back to win that game. In the second half, we came out like nobody's business and kicking ass, going on a 10-0 run, 18-4. I mean, just a crazy run, 25-6, and take that lead back in that second half. And I'm telling you this now, we beat these guys on their home court in UConn. These are the defending champs. We beat them and came back from being down like 16 points. Then we go to Nova and lose to Nova in the final seconds. Free throws killed us. Free throws been fucking killing us because these games shouldn't be going down to the last shot. We should be up because our team misses a lot of free throws. We are like the worst free throw shooting team in the Big East. But like I said, Kadari at the end of games, and he's only a fifth, like he's like Shaq. But when it comes down to it, just like Shaq, when Shaq had to make his fucking free throws, Shaq made his free throws. Kadari's the same way. He gets down there, and his shot, if you get him by the free throw line, and he shoots that jumper, he's money. RJ Lewis too. That mid-range game reminds me of DeRozan. They're not the best three-point shooters. I don't like it when they shoot threes. Sometimes they'll be on. But when they get that mid-range game going, man, you better watch out because they can light it up. They're athletic, they're big guys, and they can create their own shot. When you got multiple guys that can create their own shot, you got a good thing going for your team. So, what do I expect the finish for my Johnnies? I'm not going to lie to you. I want a championship. I want a fucking championship. You got this great team. We ain't been this great in years. I know you got Auburn, who's fucking tearing it up. Florida's tearing it up. You got all these SEC teams that's tearing it up. I get it. But let's not forget about Duke. Cooper Flagg is having a hell of a year. He's going to be the first round pick, I'm pretty sure. And that kid is fucking phenomenal. He's a different animal, that kid, Cooper Flagg. And this is the first year in a minute that St. John's hasn't played Duke in a regular season game. Because we had this thing going on where we were playing them like every year. Every year or every other year, we go to Duke, and then they would come to the Garden. So, my expectations is definitely a Final Four and to win the championship. If we don't get to the Final Four and make it to the chip, I'm disappointed because this is the best team I've had in my existence of being a St. John's fan, and I'm excited. I mean, I'm really excited. So, with that being said, who we got next? DePaul, I think. Let me look it up real quick and see who we got here next. I think it's DePaul. DePaul, I know we got UConn coming back up, and we got Marquette coming back up, but I think Marquette is more towards the end. I'll tell you right now. Yep, we got DePaul Wednesday the 19th in Chicago. So we got Wednesday at DePaul. Sunday, UConn coming to the Garden. Wednesday the 26th going to Butler. That's a hard place to play. Butler is, no matter how good Butler is it called the Finkel? Something. Them boys play tough at home. It doesn't matter if they in the mid or the top, they play good at home. After Butler, Seton Hall comes to the Garden. And then to end the year, which is going to be a huge game because we already beat them in the Garden, we go to Marquette. And Marquette be balling. Marquette balls like a motherfucker. So with that being said, let's go Johnnies, man. And let's finish up strong. Rick Pitino, Coach of the Year, or Bruce Pearl, of course. I love me some Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl is a great fucking coach. If I didn't have Rick, I would want Bruce, because that is a great coach, hands down. Those are two of the best coaches in it right now. UConn's Hurley is a motherfucker. Tennessee's Rick Barnes, another one. I mean, there's some good coaches floating around here. And they all in damn near the top 10. Hurley just got out the top 25, but come on, you're back-to-back champions. You're trying to three-peat. It's crazy. So with all that being said, let's go Johnnies. In DePaul, in Chi-Town, Wednesday. Let's kick some ass and blow these guys out and don't even make it close. So with that being said, hit that like, hit that subscribe. It won't cost you a dime. And like I tell you every time around this time, Johnny's looking good and Rick got him playing real good. I don't know what kind of halftime speeches Rick be saying, but they be coming out slaying, kicking ass. How the kids say? Belt to ass? They put in belt to ass in the second half. So with all that being said and all the happiness, the smiles, let's go Johnnies, and I will catch you guys on the flip side, and we will be back after this DePaul game on Wednesday, and we're going to talk about it. Until then, I'm Christ17 TV. Catch you guys on the flip side.